Hi YouTube, Bibi here, and welcome to another Bibi's Pick, a weekly series where I pick an anime that I've seen in English and recommend it to you lovely people. This week I'm recommending Bento. Bento is a 12 episode series that is based off of a 15 volume light novel series. The light novel series was released between 2008 to 2014 and also had a 4 manga spin-off series that was written between 2011 to 2013. The anime was released in Japan in 2011 and then with an English dub later that year. Directed by Shin Itagaki and written by Kazuyuki Furuyasu, Bento is about a high school student that goes to the supermarket one day to buy some food. He then sees some half-price bento. On the way to the bento, he gets knocked out by a mysterious girl in black stockings. After awaking, he learns that half-price bento is an all-out brawl between customers. He then joins the Half-Price Food Lovers Club to obtain that elusive bento and learn how to become a top wolf. A wolf is what the customers call themselves when they go out brawling for the bento. And from that day onwards, his life has changed forever. Yo Sato is the protagonist of this anime. Yo is a freshman at high school, and he was thrust into the world of bento brawling. He is now learning the tricks of the trade in order to get a cheap feed. Sen Yarizui is a second year at high school. She is also the president of the Half-Price Food Lovers Club. She is the only member of this club until Sato joins. She is a strong brawler and is teaching Hana and Seto everything there is to know about bento brawling. Hana Oshiroi is the third and last member to join the Half-Price Food Lovers Club. Hana is a perverted novelist who writes boy love novels. She doesn't brawl as such, as she kind of sneaks in, takes what she can get, and then leaves. Ayami Shaga is Yo Seto's half-Italian cousin. She is a well-known wolf and quite a strong fighter. She is an avid collector of anything retro when it comes to gaming. The great thing about Bento is how refreshing it is. It's not a normal harem series. It looks like it could swing that way, where all the female characters are fawning over one male protagonist, but thankfully it doesn't happen. The animation and art have the same type of feel from any other fighting anime, but with the added humour of fighting for half-price bento. It makes it kind of stand out from any other type of anime in this genre. Bento's story is quite interesting, and the pacing is well done. There is 2 major storylines in this anime. Even though they are both well done, I did feel that you could watch episode 1 through 6 and feel like the story has ended. It didn't feel unfinished, but the major problem with Bento is the second half. Even though it was interesting and entertaining, it really didn't need to be put in. There was too much fan service, and there were multiple fan service episodes. It took away from the immersion of the anime, and it really did do a disservice to the show. They also introduced a few major characters that really did come a little bit too late. It would have been better if these characters were introduced earlier in the story, so then you had a sense of who they are, and you can actually start to feel for these characters and their story and what they're going through. Unfortunately, because they were introduced so late in the story, this is coming up past episode 6, so over halfway through the series. It really makes it that you don't feel for these characters at all. All in all, the first half of the series outshines the second half, which is a shame. One downside of Bento would have to be the pointless characters. There are a number of pointless characters in this show, and they're mainly there for comedic relief. One character in particular, we only really see a few times popping up here and there, and she doesn't really add anything to the show. The other pointless character seems to be obsessed with Hana and seems to be quite overprotective of her, to the point that she goes and slaps Seto Yo consistently, and it gets a bit old very fast. The first few times it was funny, but when she does it for like the 10th, 20th time, you get a bit sick of it. Another problem with Bento is a character that kind of struck a nerve with me. Uni no Shishi. Every wolf in Bento gets their own name, so I won't really go into any of the other names, but hers is Boa. In the anime, she doesn't wait for the half-price stickers to get put onto the bento. She pushes her way through and goes and picks up all that she can carry and all that she can put into a trolley. What the rules state is that you're not supposed to do this. You're meant to wait for the clerk to go and put the stickers onto the bento and then leave, and then you can fight it out. But she doesn't do this. Now, I get the joke that her name is Boar, and it's meant to be a play on the fact that boars are naturally unpleasant, aggressive, and large creatures. That's fine, but it just kind of struck a nerve with me, the fact that yet another overweight anime character is portrayed in such a negative light. It's also a shame that they talk about such an expansive world of bento brawling, and yet we only get to see the fights that are in the east and in the west. I would have liked to have seen more of the fights happening in the north and south as well. There was a lack of progression with Yo learning how to bento brawl. One minute he's getting his ass handed to him and is laying bloodied on the floor, and then a couple of episodes down the road he ends up getting his first bento. I would have liked to have seen him train, or for him to learn a few extra techniques and maybe take longer for him to get his first bento, or at least if he got this first bento it to be a fluke and for him to then lose out a few other times and get some more here and there, but that doesn't happen, unfortunately. I may be pointing out quite a few faults with bento, but that's only because I do really like this anime, and I'm being highly critical of the anime because of that. I mean, I sat and watched it in one sitting, and I found it hilarious. I'll be happy to go back and watch it again and again and again. If you like fighting anime, then bento could be for you, because there is pretty much fighting in every episode. It is still fan servicey, with a few of the characters being quite busty, and there are panty shots, so if you don't like that type of thing, then be warned that the show does still have it. If you enjoy series like Mark and Key, Ikitosen, or Sekirei, then I'd highly recommend bento to you. This series is similar to Barker and Test, so if you enjoy Barker and Test, then bento could be for you. For Region 1, which is USA and Canada, the distributor is Funimation. You can find the DVD and Blu-ray on their website. For Region 2, which is the UK and Europe, the distributor is Manga UK. I'm sorry, I can't go on there and check whether you can buy it from the website, as I'm not in your region. So best bet is for you to go and have a look yourself, or you can import it from Madman. For Region 4, which is New Zealand and Australia, the distributor is Madman. You can find the Blu-ray and DVD on their website. Don't forget that Madman has two sites, one for New Zealand and one for Australia. So depending on where you live, so if you're in New Zealand, go to madman.co.nz, and if you're in Australia, it's madman.com.au. And that was Bibi's pick, bento. Have you seen bento, and what do you think of it? Leave all your comments down below, I'm looking forward to reading them. While you're at it, please give this video a like, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go and have a look at my channel. I do weekly anime recommendations, and I have plenty of other anime content on there. Lastly, I'm on social media. I have a Facebook and Twitter. So if you want to get in touch with me and chat, I'm happy to do so. So make sure to go and like and follow me there. If you want to see more of me, then please subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe to Mika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!